Welcome to myprojectbazaar.com. Okay, this is our product title for the identity-based proxy-oriented data uploading and the remote data integrity checking in public cloud. Okay, this is our abstract for the identity-based proxy encryption. Here, the more and more clients would like to store their data in public cloud service (PCS) along with the rapid development of cloud computing. So here, the new security problems has to be solved in order to help more clients process their data in public cloud. When the client is restricted to access PCS, he will delegate its proxy to process his data and upload them. The data is actually stored on cloud, and the remote data integrity checking is also an important security problem in public cloud data storage. It makes the client check whether their outsourced data are kept intact without downloading the whole data files. From the security problems, we propose a novel proxy-oriented data uploading and a remote data integrity checking model in identity-based public key cryptography. Okay, this is our flow diagram for the identity-based proxy-oriented data encryption in public cloud. So in the domain of cloud, so the cloud is a model for enabling services users ubiquitous, convenient and on-demand network access to a shared pool of configurable computing resources. A cloud is a developing technology to facilitate developments of large-scale on-demand and flexible computing infrastructures. Okay, so here we will security based we will storing our data on cloud. So the first one is the profile registration. The profile means here the every user has assigned some username and passwords. So the username and passwords, when the user is coming to the cloud, they enter the username and password, both are matched, is go for next page. The next one is the process. This is the user's process. So here the users selecting for which process. Suppose the user is selecting to the upload or download. Suppose now the user is clicking to the upload. The users suppose or the user or data owner is to be upload the files on the cloud. uh, so our goal is data encryption. Encrypted data is stored on the cloud. So how to encrypt the data? Here we will get the key generation based. We will encrypt the data. Okay, who is how to get the key? Who is provide the key? Here TPA is key provider. So here we will receive the key from the TPA to be encrypt the data based on the key components. Here random key code using will encrypt the data. So next the data is come to the SPS. SPS means self proxy service. That means re-encryption or proxy encryption data. Here the data is always to be encrypted. Another high security based we will re-encryption to be performed. So the re-encryption data is successfully stored on the cloud server. So the data owner is successfully stored on the data on cloud server. So the another data user is to be download. So the data is come to the cloud, they enter the username and password. So go for the download process. The download means the cloud has the CSP. CSP has cloud service provider. So the users come to the download, they enter the or they give the decryption key from the TPA. TPA is key provider. So he give the decryption key based on some socket communications for the client server communication. Okay, so the decryption key base here will assign the file tags. So both tag using will decrypt our data. So the data is decrypted both times. The one is the normal decryption and the one is the proxy re-decryption. Okay, so now the data is successfully downloaded. So finally the user is get the data. Okay, now the demo section is start for the identity based proxy oriented data uploading and the remote data integrity checking in public cloud. So this is the home page. So go for next. So the users come to the cloud as to be registration. So this is the username, this is the surname, this is our date of birth, so this is our country, Singapore. The username is Raju. So validate. So the password is valid. So go for registration. So enter successfully. So click yes to register successfully. Yes. Okay. So they enter username and password. Username is Raju. the password is so 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 the valid user go ahead. Okay, so now the encryption. So this the here key based we will encrypt our data. So here we'll choosing the data as so this is our file. So the given record is available. So the file path is selected. So this is our file name. So this is our sample keys. So here this key using we will encrypt our data. So the file is successfully to be encrypted. So this is our encryption. This is our encryption format. So go for next step. So here now the data is successfully to be encrypted. Here we will using this SPS as the self proxy server. Self proxy server means high security or highly security based. We will re-encrypt our data. Okay. So now the again file selection using choosing the files. So this is the file res.txt. The res.txt means here we will using our data as clear.txt is stored in the encryption format as res.txt. This is the encryption file format, or the output file is the res.txt. So this is the file name. Here get the key. This is the key. So the key based will encrypt the data. So this is our file encryption. So this is the file size. So go for cloud. Okay, so now the file is now file uploaded to server. Okay, so go for next. So next is the file uploading process. Okay, so now the data is successfully to be re-encrypted. Okay, so the file name is identity based as .txt. So this is our file name, and this is our file name. So this is our file. So using the cloud 2 and the SSS. Okay, add. So upload. So the files go to the upload. So this is the key generation. So here we'll get the key to be stored. So the file is assigned. So this is a John nmres.txt. So key. Okay, so the file is successfully cloud assigned. So the file is successfully stored. Okay, so the file is now the file is actually stored on the cloud server. So that means the cloud is assigned. Okay, so next is the file download. Okay, so go for file download. So click the down.java. Okay, and for the identity based proxy oriented data encryption. So file download the cloud to the file is data.txt. So go for request, and this is the request and the receiving file process data. So this is a file. Now the data successfully to be encrypted. Okay, so this is the receive request. So this is the cloud name is cloud2, the file name is cloud2. So this is our key. Okay, so this is our key. So send key here receive key. Okay, so okay, so download request. So here the key. Okay, so again the keys come to them. So send file. So receive request. So download here receive request. So enter the key. Okay, so click to the okay, so send file. The file is to be sent in the key. So next we will download. Click to the download. So now the file is to be successfully stored on the data, or click to the down.java. So here The file is to be successfully stored on the data. The file is successfully to be stored on the data. Okay, so now the file is actually to be stored on the data, as this is our file name. So the file is to be successfully stored on the cloud servers. Okay, the demo is finished. Thanks for listening.